Hey guys, Chris Crawford here from Kickass Media. I want to show you a little thing, show you why your marketing is probably struggling. I'm going to do a little diagram here and show you the actual steps of what I realize most people have no idea of when they're trying to build an online campaign or do any kind of online marketing. But for me, I started a business because I just was miserable at a job. I had to do something else. I quit what I was doing. I'd spent 8 years there, and it wasn't that I was making bad money. I was just miserable. I just day after day I felt like, oh God, I'm capable of something else. I'm capable of more. And I quit and I go out and I have this idea to do marketing materials for bands and musicians. And in 6 months, I realized like this doesn't make any sense. This isn't working. What the heck am I doing? I didn't have experience. I didn't have money. I didn't have capital. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't have venture backing. And so I change it and I make flyers and I'm literally going door to door to businesses, handing out flyers going, hey, if you need any signs or printing, because my business was signs and printing at that time. And I'm like, hey, if you need signs or printing, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. Like, so ridiculous. And I dug myself into a hole because I didn't quit. And about a year in, year and a half in, I was totally broke. I was struggling. I had creditors calling. I couldn't live in my place anymore. I got all the way to the point where I was actually like sleeping in my car for a while. It's a crazy story. I would never want that for anybody. But I think it's because my mentality was I will never quit. Failure is not an option for me. I'll make this work. And my friends and people I know were all like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, quit and go back to that job. Quit and go back to that job." And I'm like, to me that was worse. And now I'm fortunate enough. I've got this company behind me. We're a multi-million-dollar company. We deal with clients like Google, Disney, 20th Century Fox, Revlon, LG Electronics, Panasonic. We've done projects with hundreds of marketing firms from all over North America, and I'm super proud of what I built. And it came as a result of mastering marketing. But I also learned that marketing was my passion and became the thing. Marketing and sales was what I love. And so you've got to focus on what you love. As a business owner, I don't think that you should spend time trying to learn some completely new skill and become some sort of online marketing expert. And I'm gonna show you why. So anyway, let me get to that. This is what a good marketing campaign. This is what a marketing strategy. Like, I've talked to business owners and they're like, I try things but it doesn't work, and I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know what my results are. And here is what good marketing looks like, right? So you've got this what you've probably heard before, your funnel, right? And so it starts out where people maybe see your ad or your Facebook post. Okay, so you run an ad or you do a post, and a certain percent of those people click, and maybe they go to your website, okay, and check out what you have to offer. And then a certain percent of those will maybe opt into your email. And then a certain percent of those may respond to your email. And for us, our business is that a certain percent will end up talking to our sales team, right? And this took me years to figure this out. I had no idea what I was doing. And so now the numbers that I find are in this range, 1 to 2% will click an ad or your post, right? And of those, if you've done something really well, you may get about 25% is high for people that will actually hit your website and opt into your email. But then the people that respond, now we've got a really great system on a product that people want, so they're actively searching, and we get a 50% response rate, but most businesses are seeing maybe like 10% oftentimes. And then of those, we get 50% will actually reply to us, and sales is closing somewhere in the range. By the time they've got to this point, they're pretty hot, and sales is closing like 70% of those. So as you can imagine, what this now looks like you've got to be thinking about 10,000 people seeing your post or your ad to get a thousand people that hit your website, and maybe 100 people that would hit your website. And out of those, at 25%, you're now talking maybe 25% that may opt into your thing, and now 50% of that, you're down to like 12. And of sales, if you do really well, you may get 9 sales out of that. This took me years to master this, but what the reason that I did was because I actually got really excited about this. I geek out on this stuff. You see, most people, they aren't interested in this and this isn't their passion. They don't wake up and go, oh, I wonder how many people clicked on my ad, or I wonder how many people opted into the next stage. If you're not excited in that way, you are not going to work late, get up early, work 7 days a week to master this, because the numbers are crazy. Like, we spend thousands. We spend somewhere, depending on the month, what's going on, we'll spend $4,000 to $5,000 a month in running ads. And what we find is that it costs us to get people to just opt into our email. We're spending $35 per customer. And so by the time we get down here to sales, we're in the range somewhere of 60 to 70 bucks per client that we have acquired. And that's after years of mastering this. I've got analytics, I've got heat maps on websites that look at where people click. We run A/B tests on ads and do all this kind of stuff. So what's my point here? If you're trying to do posts or online marketing or trying to figure that stuff out, this is what you have to become a master at. Now, if you're not excited to become a master at this, I wouldn't say to take the time to learn. But what you do need to know, and what the key here that really made this powerful, is being to understand how to build a marketing campaign and a brand strategy. If you're lacking a brand strategy, then you're not going to be hitting the right audience that's going to make these numbers make sense, whether it's online or offline. Now, I've got another way that this can be built, and I'm going to do an online training session. I'm going to go deeper into the exact steps of how to build an audience, how to build a message that makes people go like, oh, I want to speak with that person. I give a really great example of how we went out one day to an event and how we reeled in Panasonic as a client. Super easy, step-by-step process. I'm going to take you right through it. And then I'll also talk about a different way that you don't have to learn all this kind of stuff. Because if you're not excited, you're going to be a barrier in your own business, and it's complicated. And I think that most business owners could actually benefit from starting from a completely different place, generate some revenue, get some good cash flow going, and then get somebody that's excited to handle this, whether it's you hire or you handle a firm or whatever that may be, to take this stuff on for you. Anyway, Chris Crawford here, super excited about my upcoming training. Sign up in the link. It's either over there or down or somewhere around me, and I'll see you there. Thanks.